Boom, boom, boom. Oh, fuck yeah. Back on a goddamn live stream. Kicking that bitch off with fucking Sodom, man. That is one of my favorite Sodom riffs in a long discography of badass riffs. I've always really liked that one. What is going on, everybody? Here we got here. You guys that are watching on Rumble, is the stream loading fine for you? Because I have all the other streams up to monitor, and this just happens sometimes with Rumble. I can't get my monitoring stream to like load right. So, but I see people are watching on Rumble. In fact, most of you are watching on Rumble. So, yeah, let me know. But what is going on, everybody? Let's look again here in our chat. We have Hyperborean. We have a goddamn possum waff and a fucking possum snuck in here. What is going on, fellas? Fumes of Hatred, of course. What's going on, dude? Sodomay. Did you do the Michael Jackson he at the end of that? Mike Violate, the Violator. He says, I got an endless pain in my arse. It's Revik. He gave me a cheap shot at Dead Bisexual Dog 2. How was Dead by Dog, man? Did you guys have fun out there? That marked Maniacal Maniac said it was going to be a fair fight. Hey, what's up, Necron? Mike wanted the GIMP job. Oh, yeah, I'm sure it took a lot of arm twisting and leg pulling to get Mike to sign up for the GIMP job. It's good to see you guys, though, man. Fucking Mike. Necron should have called the wolf for backup. Yeah. I saw a little bit of that video. That was pretty good, man. Fucking Mike on stage. The Violator did get violated. What's up, Music Blitz? How's it going? Yeah, we're going to do some more. We're going to probably stay on YouTube a little longer tonight. I think I have a more YouTube friendly. We definitely have stuff that's not YouTube friendly. But when I was compiling this, of course, I am in the midst of my vacation at the moment. So I piled up a bunch of stuff that is relatively YouTube friendly, but kick-ass nonetheless. So, what'd you guys think of the thumbnail tonight? Yeah, might have to get that shit printed on a t-shirt. I like it. In fact, I'm going to play something from that album since we're in the old school German thrash phase of the show. Creator Total Fucking Death. But play more. Damn, dude, can you imagine, like, getting in a car wreck and you're laying there, like, dying and bleeding out, and all you hear is Total Death by Creator, and fucking Mike Violate, of all people, is standing over the top of you, just, like, lighting up a cigarette or something. It's like, fuck, dude, I really hope I don't walk away from this car wreck. Life is just unjust as fuck. I finally got the Rumble stream up, and it's working. All right, it's looking good. Looking good over there. Of course, got to give shout-outs to Big Mingus, the resident kick user over there. What's going on, man? I wish that I wish your comments showed up in the chat here, but I'm fucking slacking on figuring that out. I did just see this though. This is pretty good. Protector next. You know what? If I had planned on it being like a German thrash thing, I absolutely would have thrown Protector in there. I mean, it's Death Thrash, but then again, so is early Creator, I would say. But I actually just found something I've got to load up here. Yeah, Protector. I almost want to pull up a Protector one now. I'll tell you what, I will do American Death Thrash. How's that? In fact, the last Morden Red show in town, they played with this band that's kind of like Houston, like a Houston legend band. It's called a band called Cruller. I'm gonna play some Cruller next. Cruller's fucking great. So this just popped up on my feed. As much as I love GBK, man, we all gotta laugh, right? So it's GBK playing in like I don't even know what fucking language that is. Again, it's popped up on my feed, and the top comments are Grand Burger King and mocking the cardiologist. Damn. Brutal. Brutal. Robert G insulted me. I offered him the diaper after the set. He was in line for pizza. He said, great. Yeah, I heard there was some crazy motherfucker over there with a goddamn adult diaper packed with shit. Yeah, well, now I'm looking at this up close because it literally just pops across my feed, and I'm wondering what the fuck language this is. Anybody know what language that is? Anyways, that's pretty good, man. As much as I do enjoy some GBK, that is pretty goddamn funny. I must say so. All right. Oh yeah, I got to do. I'm out of practice, man. I took a week off. All right. If you guys want to help the show for totally free, just hit a like on whatever you're watching this on. We are live on Rumble, Kick, X, and YouTube. We're gonna probably do YouTube maybe for the first hour tonight. We're gonna do the whole first hour. Yeah, fuck it. We'll play it by ear. I think we'll at least probably do the whole first hour. If you do want bang for your buck, there's merch that you can get. I would actually kind of like the Drewcifixion creator, the thumbnail from tonight, man. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty badass. But yeah, you can pick that up at TeePublic. If you do send any kind of like super chat or whatever, don't do it on YouTube. Do it through Rumble, Rumble Rant or whatever the fuck it is. I always forget what they call it over here. Better than Lord Fag, Pussyfarian. All right, we're gonna do Cruller. Pay by Pain. Stop the thing, it's so late, lost So they put out these two EPs kind of close to back, and this one in, oh, see, this is Grounds for Termination. There's Failure to Comply. I love these album covers, man. Like this one, like I constantly notice something new. I don't think I ever even realized the machine gun in the front. I don't know how I missed that. They're just like blasting the devil, shooting laser eyes. Like what the fuck's going on in this album cover, man? Pretty good shit though. Pretty good shit, and they are fun live. Yeah, the early stuff sounds totally different, but then they kind of went a more death thrashy direction, which honestly I prefer. I really like that. But then again, I wasn't into them in the early '90s. That was a bit before my metal era. I was just a little kiddo Drew running around. Lord Fag Pussy Farian is what the dudes in GBK have called the original drummer vocalist. Okay, yeah, I did not know that. I'm behind on the lore. Thank you, Hyperborean, for filling me in on that. See what else we got here. Yeah, it's good to see you, Rich. Yeah, I'm hoping all you dudes had fun. I guess I need to go back, on YouTube here and watch some of these recap videos. I've seen some pop up on my feed, but I haven't checked any out. So various different channels. Apparently, it was a good turnout. I hope it was, man, because I know all those Texas bands are all killer bands, man. Then you had Lord Humongous, Denial of God. That's seems like a really good show, man. Hopefully you dudes had fun. Switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna play. Well, this is fair. This is Death Thrash, early '90s Death Thrash. This is French. I bet you were a really cute kid, Drew. How many kids have you told that to, Mike? Stop it. Stop it. Not on this stream, sir. Massacre. You guys know Massacre? Signs of the Decline. Let's see, we're going to do this. So this is Death Thrash, but it's more in the death metal vein, I would say. Mortify Their Flesh. Good old school shit. And I was a cute kid, by the way. Fucking adorable. Like Edwin Gerber. Dude, that fucking outro riff makes me want to blast some Hearst now. Between that GBK fucking, screenshot from the comments section and just hearing how that song ends and like that fucking... I forgot that song ended doomy like that. I always like that track. It's a great band, man. Those first couple of albums, Enjoy the Violence, was it Final Holocaust, Enjoy the Violence, and that one, Signs of the Decline. And then after that, of course, they did what every killer late 80s, early 90s extreme metal band did. They changed their logo and their sound and tried to go a more, like, what would you call that mid-90s thing? So the late 90s was more like nu metal. I guess that kind of a watered-down, kind of groovy sound or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Drewcifixion, I'll trade you that Vader CD you sent me for your copy of that CD. Wow. Which Vader did I send you? I thought I sent you Master's debut album. Again, this was a while back, man. Was this a couple of years ago? What Vader CD did I send you? Trying to remember now. For your copy of that CD. No, that one was a little harder to come by. Are you talking about Massacre? Drew, you need to whore your shit on Instagram or something. I can't rely on YouTube to send notifications. I don't have an Instagram, so puts me in an interesting position. You did say Hells to the Based Headbangers. I read that as Hells to the Based Hooligans because I did listen to one of these streams because you guys were recommending that podcast. Thrash nu metal. Well, it's whatever that shit is where like the thrash bands by the mid-90s, they started kind of going a little more, not even necessarily groove metal, but a little more kind of basic metal. Like they watered down a lot of the edge on their sound. So many bands did that. But this is a band that didn't do it. Malevolent fucking Creation. Preemptive Strike.
Of
Oh yeah, man, solid fucking band. Even me, man. I play them every once in a while on the streams, but in those gaps between playing them on the streams, dude, I overlook them too. I've got like a shitload of albums, but they're not a band that kind of just there's certain bands you'll get into that are like you'll be listening to like nonstop. Malevolent Creation and Vader are those bands that you like and you'll have a bunch of stuff by, and they'll kind of just occasionally come around your radar. I don't know, for whatever reason they're kind of easy to overlook, but super consistent bands, man. Especially Malevolent Creation, I would say even more so than Vader. Yeah, that album, I remember, I think I have War Cult, and I bought it with, is it Will to Kill? Is that the one that came out before? We looked that up. Malevolent goddamn Creation. Metal Archives. Find out, yeah, 10 Commandments. I think the one that I listened to the most when I first got into them, I think was Retribution. Okay, so Envenomed, then Will to Kill, then War Cult. War Cult I bought literally just because it had a tank on the cover. You know, that's just kind of been a long-standing Drewcifixion thing. You got a fucking tank on the cover, man. I'm going to check that shit out. And I loved it. And it came in a 2-pack. Because, I don't know, I guess a lot of people didn't like that one as much. I don't know. Maybe that's just how the label put it out. Because some of that retarded shit about rights and like the company that owns it and all that. Yeah, see, that's from 2004, man, and I'm just remembering the metal that was coming out in 2004, and most of it wasn't that good. That's for damn sure. Here's some other early 90s shit I got lined up here. Hey, this turned out to be an early 90s marathon, man. I didn't plan any of this. Vader is for me. I don't like them because I don't listen to them. If I listen to them, I'd probably like them. Well, I did give you that CD, man. I'm pretty sure I gave you Revelations. I'm pretty sure that's the one you had, because I used to have 2 copies of that, but now everything's so fucking scattered in my... You can't see it because of the thing here, but I got like that whole rack of CDs back there. I've got so many fucking... I just got all these in the man cave here. I've just got all these random piles of fucking CDs that I'll get in and I'll be blasting. They'll live in the car, and then I gotta like switch them out and shit. Scum Crisis, Fine Art of Murder gets a lot of listens for me. Yeah, dude, there's even some of them that would damn near be like a first listen again. Yeah, see, Doomsday X, I don't remember that one at all. Invidious Dominion from 2010. But I think even the way, like, if you go to Metal Archives and you're looking at them, the way that the albums are even rated are kind of like explain the whole thing. Like, none of them are rated as being like total knockout of the parks, but all of them are being rated as like solid, great albums. Like, what more could you ask for, man? I got a Remembering Retainer issue. I think you got a lot of issues, Mike. I'm glad to see you here, though, man. I hope you had fun at the fest. Some of the photos were hilarious. They're cracking me up, and I was trying to explain to my missus who Mike Violet is. Is that guy wearing a diaper? He sure is. I don't remember the cover because you inserted that weird pic of yourself. I told you in the letter I wrote not to tell anybody about that picture, Mike. We're gonna do some Barnes era CC. This is actually one of my favorite Barnes era Cannibal tracks. Force-fed Broken Glass. Always like this one. That riff's great. Yeah, I would have to dig back through some of the, some of the stuff over the last 20 years or so. I would have to go back and recheck. There are good tracks, man. A newer, well, now I don't even know how fucking new it is, but they had the track Scalding Hell. Was that on Evisceration Plague or Torture or something like that? Yeah, I kind of like dropped off with that. But when I was first getting into death metal, obviously Cannibal Corpse was one of them, and it was definitely Barnes era. I do like the George stuff. To me, like one of the first albums when I got in, their newest album was The Wretched Spawn, and The Wretched Spawn for me is like damn near flawless. The riffs on that are great. The songs are catchy. Real dark, heavy stuff like Rotted Body Landslide, Festering in the Crypt, Frantic Disembowelments on there. Is From Skin to Liquid on there? That might be on there. That instrumental track is real spooky and creepy. But yeah, when I was doing it, Super Coven here. What's up, Super Coven? I can't get enough of Eaten Back to Life lately. Yeah, it's just really good, raw, kind of primitive, a little more like Death Thrashy, See you later, Mike. Take care of yourself, man. Hopefully everyone has a decent evening. But Yeah, I was real big into that one. Butchered at Birth is good, but it's almost like the songs weren't as catchy there. And of course, everybody loves Tomb of the Mutilated. But the Bleeding, I thought Bleeding was like super catchy. Of course, that's the last one that they did with Barnes. But I would say my favorite with Corpse Grinder on it. I was about to call him Fish Grinder. With Corpse Grinder on it, my favorite's The Wretched Spawn. Now, I do like Kill, though. Kill is good. What else shall we do? We're going to keep it in the theme. Same dude recorded Dahmer? What do you mean? Dahmer? I don't know what that means, Mike. That's not the first time I've had that reaction to a Mike Violet comment. I don't know what that means, Mike. Oh, the same dude recorded. Oh, he did Wretched. Yeah. Yeah, because they were in, I think they recorded that in Texas. They had a studio down here. I thought you were referring to the album Dahmer. Why, holy shit. Now, am I really going to blank on the band name? The band that did Dahmer, dude, holy fuck. How the hell am I blank? Dude, that is embarrassing. Holy shit. Dude, that is like blowing my mind. What the fuck is going on? Macabre, holy shit. I feel like a fucking idiot. I thought you were talking about that. Hey, here's a great album. Speaking of badass early 90s death metal. Yeah, Macabre, thank you. I'm a fucking idiot. At the Airbnb I stayed at in Lakewood, Ohio for Dead by Dog, 2 people left their YouTube account signed into the TV, so of course I subscribed them to Drewcifixion. Naturally. Awesome, thank you. They're going to be so pissed when they see my content. Alright, I'm going to do more early 90s shit here. This has become my favorite Mortician album. I love this. I love this concept. In fact, for Infuriator, when we did War, Death, Speed, the last release, it was like a live in-house compilation. You're always in my head, Mike. I can't get you out. The only way I'm going to be able to get Mike Violet out of my head is with a bullet. I gotta be careful what I say on YouTube or I'll get banned again, but... Oh, boy. It's good to see you, Mike. But yeah, so Mortician did the album Final Bloodbath, and I had put that thing off forever. But then maybe 5-6 years ago, something like that, I got around to listening to it, and I fucking loved it. It's actually my favorite Mortician album now. So they took like a compilation of all their best songs and just did them all live with a live drummer in a studio. And that's where I got the idea when we did Infuriator's War, Death, Speed. I was like, I want to do that. And it's turned out that Der Stürmer has an album called Honoring the Ancient Blood. They did the same thing. They just picked like their best songs or whatever and did them all in-house live. And that's become my favorite Der Stürmer album. So I just love this concept. So I'm going to play a little bit off of Final Bloodbath here. This is World Damnation. No intros or anything. Just fucking tunes. Live drummer. Badass. Yeah, that's an album to recommend everybody who bitches about how long the sound samples are for Mortician. A lot of those guys, man. I've heard over the years a lot of people bitch about that. And I'm like, dude, the samples are one of the coolest parts. The fuck, especially when you know the horror movie they line up with. Doesn't love some good old Mortician, man. Oh yeah, I've got something I'm actually going to check out with you guys later on. It is a band, supposedly it's North Korean metal. And, you know, you got to hear that, because these guys probably got executed by the Kim dynasty over there. Just for making the album, but hey man, some things are worth dying for. Getting 2.5 minutes of airplay on a Drewcifixion live stream that's worth getting executed and your family thrown in a gulag, you know. Sacrifices must be made for content on my YouTube channel. But before we do that, trying to see what else I got here. I'm trying to make sure things are safe for YouTube Play, friends. Because as much as I like it, as much as you like it, as much as Judge Dredd here likes it, sometimes YouTube don't like it, man. YouTube gets a little touchy on such things. Oh, let's see. We'll probably do, yeah, about another 10 minutes here, and then we're gonna nix YouTube so we can play some of the stuff that I think will be way more safe. And how about some good South American death thrash? How about that? We'll do that first. Some Perverser. Fuck yeah, man. That's a solid group right there. I know they're South American. I'm trying to remember. I've done reviews on them in the past because I've got several albums. Chile! They're from Chile. Hell yeah. That Cult of Destruction album is hard to get your hands on, man. I've got a boot of it. Got a boot. But, yeah, all their shit's really good. You know, speaking of that, did any of you guys go to Destroying Texas Fest? Granted, I do live in Texas, but I was actually out of town during that whole thing because it took place on my birthday. I was not here, but it was a pretty good lineup, though. Kind of, there's a part of me wishes I would have caught it, but, you know, way it goes. Metal AB, what's going on, man? If you guys went, I'm curious if it was a good show. I want to say it had a really good lineup, but you know, bands like that tend to play, and that's what I like to see. The Penetrator, Nocturnal Penetrator. Dude, you know what was really weird about seeing the video of the Morden Red playing at Dead by Dog is that stage looked huge. Like, that's a big fucking stage. Where did they have that event at? Where was that? That wasn't that bowling alley from last time, was it? Happy birthday, Drew. Hope you had a good one. Yeah, man. I was in Germantown, Texas, eating up some barbecue and some of the best fucking pizza I've ever had in my goddamn life, man. Loaded with chicken breast. That's the way I like doing my pizza, man. Just like straight fucking like protein. Ordering these big like 20-inch fucking pizzas, dude. Fuck yeah. Went through so many shithole towns on the way to Dead by Dog, I bet. And then you landed in one, right? Isn't Cleveland, Ohio a fucking pile? I shouldn't talk shit, man. I know there's a lot of cool people from over there, but yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody thinks of Cleveland as being like, fuck yeah, we're in Cleveland, man. Chicago, Illinois, the Heights, holy fuck. Mercury Music Lounge. Pretty big place, dude. From the videos I saw, that stage looked massive. And it's funny because, you know, I've seen Morden Red play so many times, and it's always on, you know, most of the shows that we play at, like we've done an Infuriator with Morden Red and stuff, it's been, you know, like fine stages, like they're nice stages, but you see something like that, and you see like how spread out it is, it just really puts it into perspective. Like, holy shit, dude, this stage looks massive. And it looked like there was a lot of people there, right? Was it a lot of people? That was a different venue. It was awesome, though. Morden Red fucking ruled. Yeah, Morden Red's great live, man. They're not only great live, but their releases sound great. That new split with Lord Humongous has been living in my car, man, and it's on constant repeat. Decent. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was cool. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I saw some pictures of that. But yeah, dude, if you're in Ohio, I'm sure there's a lot of shithole towns. Not that, you know, Texas doesn't have a lot of shithole towns, but yeah, dude, you go in between the cities over here, and there's a lot of like German and Czech towns, and like they even wave the German flag and stuff. All the names are in German and everything, and we were just kind of like chilling there, man, taking it easy. To me, that's like the best kind of vacation. Not being in a major city, being between the major cities. Hell yeah. That was the one thing I was really, really looking forward to when I originally thought about going, was the Hell's Headbangers Warehouse. Because Hell's Warehouse was so much fun too. Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, I felt like I could have dropped a lot of money in there. I feel like it would be like going to Eastern Front Records. Except, I imagine Hell's is a much bigger, because that's their warehouse. I imagine it's way bigger than Eastern Front Records. Eastern Front Records is not very big. It's just every inch of that store is loaded with quality fucking, like, obscure metal. Just the vinyl around the walls alone is enough reason to go there to see it. I'll be going to Dallas in October. Yeah, I don't know if my plan to go to that Chicago show is going to work out, but I would really like to do that. But I'm not going all the way to Chicago by myself, man. I'm going to go all the way up there. And then there's also the fear of, like, if the venue gets, you know, the crap that happens with the venue and all that sort of stuff. It's just like, don't want to take the chance, man. Don't want to take the chance the whole thing gets canceled. But I'm still down to go. But yeah, I'm not going by myself. Met Mike V. He's super cool. Yeah, Mike's awesome, man. I've never actually met Mike in person, but I've known Mike for a couple of years through here, and He's been on live streams and stuff. Yeah, he's a cool dude. All right, I'm going to... Oh, well, it's 7 o'clock, man. We need to nix YouTube. How about one more track and then we kick YouTube to the curb? We go to Rumble, Kick, and X. But I'm going to play some Misanthropic War. And that will be the end of YouTube. Ultimate Hatred. Check it the fuck out. Bass? Dude, is that new Misanthropic War? Holy shit. It's definitely got their classic sound. What is that from? Is that from the full length? I own the full length. It is from the full length, yeah. Yeah, it must have just been a new video for it. Yeah, badass. That's good, you know. They're one flavor, but if you like that flavor, it's... I gotta say, man, the War Metal flavor is a hell of a fucking flavor. Rich says, I visited the Backland Museum of Witchcraft and Magic. You know, how was that? Museum of Witchcraft and Magic. Big Mingus on Kick asks, what show is it in Chicago? It's the... fuck, now I'm gonna forget the lineup. No, Infernal War is supposed to be there. Fucking Commandant's supposed to be there. The Crucifier. Now I'm forgetting. The what is it? The fucking Unholy. Just Infernal War alone would be great. Oh, Triumph of the Hordes, is that the name of the Triumph of the Hordes? God, I type in Triumph of the Hordes and a bunch of Magic the Gathering cards come up. Whatever that fucking show is called, Sargoslan. Drew, have you listened to the Absurd War 88 split? No, I'm not a big Absurd fan, but I love War 88. So the Absurd stuff's kind of like hit and miss, but yeah, it's been on my list of shit to check out, but I haven't. Is it good? I know it's new, so a lot of people will say it's good. It's Ergoslint, that's right, Ergoslint. Yeah, no, I haven't checked it out yet. I'm hoping that it's good. Yeah, sorry, Mingus, I can't remember what they're calling this thing. But somebody in the chat will probably be able to fill you in on that. I am going to drop YouTube, friends. We're going to be kicking YouTube out of here. We're going to go straight to Rumble so we can play some edgy stuff that YouTube no like. So, we're going to be knocking YouTube out, man. Going to be knocking her out. Thank you guys for coming out. You guys can head over to Rumble or Kick or X or any of those other fine streaming platforms, but we are done with YouTube. In 3,